Hi everyone. Happy weekend. It's finally here. Okay, I think that this is a lovely throw. Okay, with that, I'm going to say you can be on either end of this coin. Okay, I have uh, feelings around this, and I have a very, very strong suspicion around this. Okay, so I'm going to list those along with what I feel the cards actually denote. Okay, and I'm thrilled that Strength and the Sun card followed um, our actual energy card, which is the Three of Cups. Okay, ask and it is given. Ask and it is given, and then release it. Release it. Have faith that it's going to come together. Know that you're doing everything that needs to be done. You're doing it to the best of your ability. You've got a plan, you deployed it, you've done the best that you could, and you think it's a good, whatever it is. It can be, I have a feeling here, this can be on two ends. If you're going after somebody because you think that, I think that's for a very, very small group of you, because I feel the need to really put my 2 cents out there for the majority of you that are on the receiving end of this. But if there is someone who is jealous or not thrilled or thinks someone has something that they would want, we all know that vicious spiral, right? You don't want to, one, have that vibration. It's a lacking vibration, and it's a fear-based vibration, right? Everybody gets what they are supposed to get in accordance with with divine law, period. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. But what you put into your projects and you put into your days and you put into your character and who you are as a person, right? Your core values, the things you would do and the things you wouldn't do, morals, ethics, character, all of that play into how things go. Okay, this is where karma comes in, energy in, energy out. If you're if you're really coming at something from a jealous perspective, or you want to do someone in, or you just are gonna, you know, uh, slander someone or something in that regard, I'm really going to strongly advise you against that. One, that is not going to serve you well. It's not going to do anything to the person who is deserving anyway. So you're basically just building more karma for yourself, and you're going to get bit in the ass eventually. Okay, I think here someone may be jealous of something that you've either acquired, are acquiring, doing. They're just, for whatever reason, it's their own insecurity. They are, I feel, maybe, doing you harm, or going to be, or slandering you, or something to that effect. That's one scenario here. That I got as I was laying the cards. So who that has to do with, I'm not quite sure, but I'm 99% sure it is not the majority of you. Okay, but I pray whoever's planning to do this is watching this video and thinks twice about this, because it's not going to serve you well, and it won't end well, and you're not going to get any further ahead. It's only going to make you spiral more into this behavior. There was something as I was throwing these cards too about the need to grow up. That is not normally a word or a phrase or that I would use. I always try to find a workaround for it instead of telling someone to grow up. But this was your message. I'm just the messenger. So whoever that scenario was for, your message is to grow up. Okay. Now for the rest of you, beautiful souls here, this Three of Cups here is asking it is given. Okay, this could be, you may be in need of money and a loan is coming, or someone's giving you a gift, or there's a payout of some sort here. And by payout, I mean something coming to you, okay, in a good way. You could have been working on something and it got hung up, or it wasn't turning out the way you wanted, or someone disappointed you. We come in with the Three of Cups. Again, okay, asking it is given. We all know. Release it after there. Be grateful, under grace and in the right way. I know it's coming. I know that I did everything that I could do. This little holdup in divine timing may mean that, another person or another counterpart, or something just isn't in alignment yet. And those are the things we need to be grateful for, right? Those are the blessings in disguise, even though we don't see them, okay? And we need to have strength in ourselves and the situation and the universe and whoever our higher power is, right? And we need to keep our composure, keep our values and ethics in place, right? And the sun card, joy, happiness, yes, everything comes together, okay? So I'm thrilled that those two fell out behind there, so you know I just couldn't leave them there. We had to incorporate them, which is wonderful because I do feel that this will require some inner strength here. This is not brute force strength. Unfortunately, I think someone may go that route, but I don't think that's for the majority of you, okay? But we're taking this card as inner strength, right? Wisdom, composure, right? Kill them with kindness, so to speak, right? I, you know, I can't remember what I was just going to say about that, but it was, you know, something my grandmother used to say, and I can't, it was, you know, whatever it is, it was something, you know, very low key. And she would always say, it doesn't always need to be in their face. You know, it's about silent wisdom and silent strength. And she was all about the working behind the scenes in an appropriate way. And it always came together. So she is right. And the majority of us do live by that rule, right? Anyhow, we come in with the Nine of Wands, okay? This to me, I have a strong, I feel it in my body as well, like that pounding of a, what do they call those things? Like they're those big, you know, it's just your structure. You've got to be on strong footing. You've got to make sure that your foundations are in place and you know, what are you building your life on? And I just keep feeling like that. I don't know what they're called, like those pilings maybe, or those big wooden, you know, the big wooden poles. They look just like the card does, these things, but I feel that. So I feel that you've got to be rooted in what you're doing here and in yourself, right? And that's, I think, where the inner strength, that correlation is coming from. It's you're on solid footing. Maybe what you're doing isn't coming together in the timeline that you had wanted, but we had just talked about this in one of the videos, that it comes in divine timing and it comes in ways that we can't even imagine. Okay, so just know that you have done all that you can do. You're doing all that you can do. You're focused. You have a plan, and it's starting something from A to Z. It's not giving up on the 11th hour, right? Because we're right at the doorstep. We just need to wait a minute to ring the bell. Stay your course, okay? Because what you're crossed by is the King of Swords here. This is someone who is very structured, always has a plan, but contrary to what a lot of the readings that he shows up in, this is someone who realizes that, you know, you've got to incorporate people into this. People just want to be seen and heard, right? The best of all is how the decisions come out, but you want to be receptive of other people. You don't want to come off as, you know, crash or, you know, just wielding your sword there and having disregard for everyone else in the equation. But what he's telling you is you may come up against some things here. You may have one more battle to deal with, okay, one more hurdle to go through. Keep your determination, okay? Be patient, believe in what you're doing, and don't believe everything you hear, okay? Again, I think someone may say something to you about someone else or someone else's situation, or it's just not fair play and it's not the right thing to do. So somewhere in this equation, you cross that path. It's either someone doing that to you, or for a small majority of you, you're doing it to someone else. But what you're being asked to do here is to really just stay your course, keep your ethics where they need to be, okay? Be the principled person that you are, keep your objectives where they need to be, and be considerate of all sides of the issue, okay? You may take personal sacrifices if need be, okay? That's just who you are. Sometimes when we're we're going towards something. We just need to bend with the wind sometimes in a way that still has our goal in place, okay? But sometimes we need to be more flexible in areas we hadn't accounted for, okay? I think you know what to do here. This is about ethics and staying above board and doing things the right way and the way that is true to you, and that, you know, a true win, really, a win-win is when everyone wins. But you can't please everyone, so just basically do things above board, ethical, things that you know how to do well, right? We know the difference when we're going against something that is going to bite us in the ass, or when we do things integrity based, and that is the way that, I mean, no matter what, we always win in that regard, okay? Because the hanged man here is the outcome, which leads me to believe that you may need to look at something different. You may need to bend a little bit where you hadn't. There's something that needs to be incorporated here, or that will be incorporated, that may be holding this up just a little bit, okay? I want to say this. Make sure that just because something is not coming out how you want or in the timeline that you want, don't let your fears take over here. Have confidence in yourself and realize that, you know what, ask yourself too, did I do the best that I could? Did I do everything that I could? Right? And sometimes we just need to wait. We need to have confidence in that. And if it's something that you really believe in and that you would go to the mat for and that you've done everything for, you just need now to ask, and it is given. That's the Three of Cups, and it will come in. It just may not come in the timeline that you want. It'll come in the perfect time, and it'll come in the perfect way. Okay? I think here that we need to come from, you know, would I care about this? Do I desire this? Was I seeking this? Is it joy-filled for me? Right? If those answers are yes, then you're in the perfect alignment, okay? Sometimes what we need to do, instead of judging something, this isn't coming in how I want, I don't have what I need, you know, I stink at this, I'm not a good person, I'm ba 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 ba. We do ourselves in here, all right? Instead of that, instead of judging that or a situation or a person, observe it. Observe it from a higher ground and say, you know what? At this time, maybe this is all the person can give. Maybe this is all that they're capable of. If you're judging another person, right? Instead of saying, why aren't they doing this? Or why am I the only one who's doing this and they're doing nothing? They never finish things. They say they're going to do this, they commit to it, and then they don't do it. You know, sometimes someone's just showing you. We have high expectations for people. Sometimes they just aren't there. They're showing us what they're capable of. And you need to now either accept that, see it in a different light, work with it that way, or release the person, right? That's all it is. And for a small majority of you, this will involve another person. But I think for the majority of you, it's just things you're doing in your life, right? Sometimes they don't come together. You know, it's you know, we want the job and the job doesn't come, but a better one comes, right? Just give it the proper time. Your only actual work that you need to do from this point on is ask yourself if you've done everything that you can possibly do. You know, a lot of times, like I say, we get to that 11th hour and we quit. Don't do that, because you're right on the threshold here of what you want. Okay? Keep your mind in check. Don't let your fears take over. They're our own worst enemies, but that's all they are. It's fear. That means that you are not thinking highly enough of yourself. You need to switch that around, okay? Because that Strength card and the Sun card and the Three of Cups all are telling you that it's coming. It's coming. The Sun card is a yes card. It's a joy card. It's a anything that you want card, okay? It's coming together, all right? With the Hangman, you just need to be patient, you know, do all that you can do, and then just, you know, release it. Change of perspective. Some things you need to just reflect on. Maybe that's just a time of taking a step back so that you can look at something in a different light, or collect your faculties or something. Whatever the hanged man here, the hanging man means to you, it's definitely a time of, if you've done all you can do, now you've just got to go, you know, do something else and let this come together. Okay? It's basically that. I don't see anything wrong here. King of Coins, or I'm sorry, the King of Swords is just telling you keep your ethics where they need to be. You know, keep your plan where they need to be. Just keep going. You know, you're not a quitter. You know, but like we say, the nine of Wands is really a card of 11th hour. We know when, you know, to let something go, and we know when to keep going. Okay, the 9, like we say, it came up in one of the readings. It's not always that life is easy, but we know the choices in life to make, the not defeating, talking to ourselves like we did this on purpose, or getting jealous or feeling bad. The 9 of Wands is that you figured out, you know, how to do things in life, how to make choices that don't make life harder, right? So that's just basically what it is. Ask and it is given, and know that it's coming, okay? And then let it go. That's all you really need to do. And change your perspective, you know? That's all. Okay, I think this is lovely. I think if you are doing something and it's not how you want it to be or coming together, I think you need to really just ask, really. Uh, I release this. I've done everything that I can do. I really want this. Under grace and in the right way, I release this. Please help me. Show me what to do. Guide this where it needs to be. And please let me be aware and awake and present in every step of this. Okay? There you go. You've released it. They've heard you. It's happening. It's coming. It may not just show up in your way, but the only thing you need to do is keep fear, keep jealousy, keep negative, self-defeating self-talk out of this equation. It has no sense here. It has no room here. Okay? You're going to get what you want. It just may not come in the time and in the manner that you want, but know that it's coming. Okay? Every prayer, remember, everything that we send to the universe, it's coming, but in divine timing. All you need to do is really believe in it. Keep your vibration where it needs to be, okay? Or you end up switching the coin then, and now you're holding it up. But at this point, I don't feel you are. Unless you're that, small group that's going to go after someone here because they've got what you don't. There's a reason then that you don't have it, and it's that mindset that will trip you up, okay? But for the majority of you, this is lovely, okay? Thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend.